When we had our last conversation, Master Tick, I had a few moments of clarity, which I love when it happens. It's kind of like getting hit in the side of the head with a brick sometimes because I'm a little stubborn. And we had a really nice conversation. And the last time we spoke, we were starting to focus on ego. And as time has passed since we've spoken, I've gotten a little bit of a better understanding of it. And I was researching a little bit, and I found a poem, and I want to get your thoughts on it. And I don't know if it's the best poem or not, or what it is, but it says, "You cannot catch hold of it, or nor can you get rid of it. It's not being able to get it. In not being able to get it, you get it. When you speak, it is silent, and when you are silent, it speaks." And this is referring to the ego. And it makes so much sense to me. And I'm having some difficulties with it some days. Other days I'm not. And I'll give you an example. I had a big event at my gym the other day for my team. And there's two other locations that are close to me that are on the same team. And the leader of our team came into town, but he never mentioned it to me. And he's getting paid to go to these other locations. And everyone wanted to point out the negativity of why he didn't come to see us. And initially, for a moment, I had a little bit of, not anger, but kind of like, why am I not on the list of visits? And then I realized that it's something they set up, and it's no one else's responsibility to make sure he gets to my location. But that was a moment where I wrapped my head around it when everyone else was trying to give me the negative side of it. I saw through the illusion of that, and I was able to understand that the way I reacted to it is what I had control of. And tell me if I'm having a moment of I don't know how you would describe it, but if I'm moving in the right direction with the ego on that particular one.
Wow. Truly, at that moment, you have a chance to recognize the reaction right within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a chance to see more of your hold on to something, some expectation, right? And because of that, you can let go. You can understand. Yes, that's true. That is a part of recognize.
I was immediately able to let go of it, where in the past I would have held on to it for a little bit longer. And immediately you popped into my head in our last conversation.
Wonderful.
And I knew that we were going to have another one, and I wanted to hang on to that thought because I'm finding it happening more and more where I have the opportunity to react to it, and I'm not reacting to things the way I would have normally reacted to in the past when I was younger, and maybe my brain was rewired a little bit differently. And because I think that's what's happening is I'm having a bit of a reset on my brain in the last few years as to how I reacted. I'm having wonderful conversations with all kinds of people, and you're one of my favorite. I'm just going to throw that out right now because I truly enjoy these conversations, and I have an automatic camera, so I talk with my hands. So I'm going to fix that again.
Yes, and so in general, people always hold on to what they believe.
Yes.
This way, that way. You see, expectation is a normal for society, human system.
Yeah.
And then they react that way is a normal. But when you have a chance to meet awaken your Buddha mind, awaken mind, and then give you a chance to see something beyond. It's like you are not that voice in your head. You are awakened mind. When awakened mind appear, and easy for you let the light shine within yourself, can see something you never see before. It's something about hold on, ego, and reaction, cause negative thoughts, right? Feeling. And from that moment, you start to doubt your ego, right? And then from that moment, the door open. Therefore, when the door open, and then when something happening, right away, you have a chance to recognize.
Yes, the recognizing of it happens faster than it did in the past.
Yes, that's true.
Where it may have taken me days to work through it in the past, and I would have held on to a little bit of anger. the second I started reacting to it and speaking on it, I realized it didn't matter.
That's
And
true.
at the same moment, I also realized, like, the thought went through my head is, why am I so important that these people need to reach out and tell me anything and everything they're doing? And
Wow.
when I thought about it, my first reaction was, I'm not that important. And when I was
Wow.
able to wrap my head around the fact that I'm not important, my life became infinitely better in that moment for
That's
that
true.
reaction. And trust me, I react wrong to a lot of stuff a lot of the time. So I'm not perfect, but when I'm having these moments and I can see the moments of clarity, I'm loving them. I really appreciate them.
Wow, it's wonderful. And then, Chris, along the way, awaken your Buddha potential, and then you more awaken, right? You become more
Yes.
awakened. And then you can see things within yourself is that clear. And you will understand those people around you very clear why things happening that way. It's naturally you will know. At that moment, you don't try to understand. It's a naturally you know, oh, why your wife react that way, why your children react that way, why those people around you respond that way. You will know immediately. And from
It's
there, true understanding appear, true love appear, and naturally the relationship between you and those people around you become more open, more fresh, more understanding. It's
it's
so
amazing
powerful.
because I start to have answers to questions I've never thought of. And like it's amazing. Like I own a Brazilian jiu-jitsu school and I have kids in my classes and I have about 150 people on my team. And people will come up to me and tell me stories about their life and ask for advice on stuff I've never even thought about. But
That's
somehow
true.
a good answer comes out of my head where
That's
I'm
true.
looking at myself and I'm like, who said that? Because it didn't come. It almost doesn't seem like it's me sometimes. And for example, one of my best friends, he went through a divorce, and he's about 6 years past the moment where they got divorced, and he's been living with guilt of like starting new relationships or anything else. In the meantime, she divorced him. But as he was telling me the other day, he found a new girlfriend and he introduced her to his family, including his ex-wife's kids.
Yes.
And her reaction first her reaction a week before was to say, hey, I understand you have a new girlfriend. I'm going to step back a little bit and not be part of it, which was
Yes.
very nice of her to do. But
That's
the
true.
moment she found out that he introduced her to the family, she had a little bit of resentment and anger.
Yeah.
And I was immediately able to see the reasons why she was upset and the reasons why he was upset and why everybody was
Mm,
feeling certain ways. And
mm,
during that conversation, I immediately made sense of it and had some clarity for my friend on a situation I've never even been part of. And again, I sit there and I'm like, where is this coming from? And in the past, I would have taken full credit for it. Right.
mm.
And now
Yes.
they feel more like where you use the word opening doors. Sometimes it feels like I'm
Open.
downloading information.
Mm. That's true. Yes.
Does that make
The
sense?
more that's true. It means the more the light on, right?
Yeah.
And the thing around you to become clear. And
Hmm.
all the attachment within yourself will fall apart. And then
Yeah.
just keep moving toward the light, keep moving toward the awakened source. And then
Yeah.
you don't hold on to anything, even the thing you realize, you still don't hold on to. You still let go.
Yeah.
And then from there, you are open. And then along the
Yes.
way, you go back with awakened source. The more the light on, right? Like the sunrise. The more the sunrise, right? The sun in the early morning, different than the sunrise in the noon time, right? It's like
Yes. Like
more become more bright.
sunrise versus dusk.
Yes. And then the dark will disappear. And
Yeah.
everything clear in front of the sunrise, right? Exactly
Yes.
like that. And when the awaken appear, right, all the darkness, all the illusion will fall apart. But if you are in the darkness, right, in the illusion, in ignorance, you don't cannot see things clear. The more we
Yeah.
try, the more we create more problem. That's
Yes.
why
And
people they are not awakened. They try to solve problem many different way, but the more they
yes.
try, the more they create more problem. But when the
I
sun
find that
rise,
as
you don't
well.
need
The
to try.
harder I try, the
Yeah, the
less it
harder they
works.
try. That too doesn't work. And then
Yeah.
create more problem, right? Because we
Yes.
try in the darkness and we cannot see things clear. When you cannot see things clear, you try and make more problem, more confusion, more misunderstanding. When the sun rises, you don't need to try. You can see things clear as they
Yeah.
are.
The
And from
sun
that
is rising
moment,
on its
you
own.
know, yes, from its own.
Yeah.
And
And
then with
that's the
awaken one,
problem I have
awaken.
some days. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The problem I have some days is when there's a saying, like when you're talking about somebody, and sometimes they refer to somebody as dumb when they say the lights are on but nobody's home, right? But
Yeah.
now the lights are on and I'm home, and I'm walking and I'm seeing things, and when I'm having these moments of clarity where there's no effort put into them is simply amazing to me, because I'm not trying to force an answer or force a reaction or doing anything, but sometimes it's just downloaded into me the second I open the door, if that
Mm.
makes sense.